I want to pick your brain on how has your journey been into becoming this public entrepreneur that you are nowadays, the the bright side, the dark side, and everything between. My question to you is: you came here, and before we started recording, you did already a story, and you communicated to your community what you were doing and so on.
Yes.
And this is something that apparently, from following you on social media, you do as a second skin. You Is it something like this, or it requires a lot of effort from your side?
I believe that I do it because I am just honest about my actions. Most people, earlier we were talking about what we do to please others, and most people would post things that they think their audience would like. I don't really care much for my Instagram engagement, so I've posted quite a few um, unappealing opinions that others couldn't take. But what you see on my Instagram is really just me. If I'm posting that I'm at home with my kid, that's me, and it's going to get low engagement. But if I'm here doing work or having a conversation, I'll post about it too because I like to share it. I think it has become second skin because I've been in the marketing game for a very long time. But I also believe marketing is a way of thinking. It's not a 1 to 10 checklist process.
Mm-hmm.
It's about understanding what people need to see or educating them on even services or solutions that they don't know about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why you think they should.
When did you understand that this was something important for the future of your business? When it was an integral
Marketing?
part? Let's say no. I don't want to say selling yourself. I want to say communicating openly who you are, because this is something that I want to repeat something that I said before,
Yes.
like what I mentioned about my grandmother and virginity. So say I think the newer generation, we look at our obsession with privacy
Yes.
as we looked at our the obsession of virginity of our grandparents. It's something that just the line between my private life
Yeah.
and my public life will be much more blurred. Of course, there is always the secret cabinet in which we
We
put
won't
our
show. Yeah.
which that we don't communicate to anyone. But
Yeah.
now there is a big upside in communicating to people who we are.
Yes.
Did you understand that right away, or you found out?
I found out as I was building the community. I found out that it's so important to really just be yourself, because the reality is social media was fun and easy at the start, right? I don't know if you downloaded Instagram. I think it was 2007 or 8.
I was a
where-
little bit late, but
Y-
yeah,
I-
like
I can't-
2010.
I think 2007 was Facebook, and then Instagram came. But it was just posting the randomest things without thought, without people judging you. And as people found out that you could get popular or famous, or your happy chemicals would kick in with the amount of likes you get or the comments, people started to use it like a drug.
Mm-hmm.
Then the authenticity of using it out the window. Right now I'm posting and editing so that I could get likes or have a good brand. I felt like that's necessary when you're building a business and a brand, but everyone, especially after COVID, everyone was mentally drained, exhausted, right? We were so tired of seeing what's perfect because we were all going through some shit. Like, is it just me? I'm sure you've asked this question, like, am I the only one going through this deep stress, like the distress? Like, do I say it out loud? But, we're not supposed to be so public about the things that we're struggling with. And then what happens is everybody's not talking about their struggles. Then you end up feeling guilt or even shame for struggling because nobody else is going through it. So you must be the problem. So building Women of Hong Kong, I realized that it was such a struggle. And I'm pretty sure that if I don't speak up very soon, I might not be able to continue building the community.
Mm.
One of my first times in being really honest was just posting a blank background with a note that says, I think I'm burning out. And the amount of messages I received from members and friends, that woke me up to what social media was doing to us. It was asking us, not directly, but subconsciously asking us to make sure we look perfect and we look good, and we only show when we're going to a podcast and not actually going to the doctor because our mental health is going on decline. We're not supposed to talk
Sure.
about therapy. We're not supposed to talk about maybe we're discussing divorce with lawyers. I know that there's things that we keep private, but at the end of the day, we're still all people. And what does it really mean to be people, to contribute to humanity?
Mm.
If every action we take every day doesn't help somebody else, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So I think that was my cue to be honest online.
Yeah, I think I like the approach. I have a totally different one, but there is a common denominator. Back in 2020, I canceled all of my apps in my phone
Yeah.
because it was damaging me so much. I was bleeding money because
Yeah.
of I had a company back then, and it was just wrong time, wrong place.
Yeah.
So I started a company, and then what I was seeing online was the first version, which was actually not accurate. It was like the best 5% of people's lives.
Yes.
And
exactly.
when you're going through a rough period, and you're seeing only the 5 best percent of the people that are doing good, just it's like whipping yourself in the
you
back.
don't want to
constantly.
see that.
So I didn't want to see it, and I said, okay, I just need to just focus, tunnel vision. I need to get out of the